Welcome, everybody. Welcome back. We are Gotham After Dark. Today, we have Noctum, Crimson Sage, Artemis, Twitch, Emerald, and the Fortune Teller. And we're going to continue our adventure or our story from when we last left it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Twitch. So Twitch is on a speeding train right now. And he's in the center car. Well, Jesus Christ, I thought that was going to be... All right, thank you. I should have timed that better. Twitch is on a speeding train, and he needs to figure out a way to stop it because the hold on a second. Why isn't this playing? Let's try this again. Here we are. You guys can hear the audio? Anybody? Am I talking to myself?
No, I can hear it. I can hear the audio.
I'm like, what the hell?
We can hear it.
All right, good. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. See? I knew you guys were cool. Let's try again. and this Stream Deck is not working too well, so I'm going to make sure that it's working. There we go. Okay, so on the speeding train, you're in that center car, and right now, okay. You did in the center compartment. There's not a whole lot in the way of electronics to stop the car. You've tried the e-brake. The console itself is just specifically designed to open and close the doors. There are switches, dials, all that stuff that you could probably try to hotwire, but you don't know how much track you have left, and the little garbled communication that you've had with the communication that you've had with Crimson Sage has been tricky at best. So, by the way, if anyone is watching, you could always follow the game on Discord. We are at DM discretion. I'm probably going to need to change it to Gotham After Dark. But that's for the future. Right now, it's at DM discretion. If you want to sign up, please do so. You can watch. What we do is we take the time in between this game and the next game, and we continue it online through the text chat, individual channels with players if they want to do separate conversations with me, actions that don't necessarily involve the rest of the group, and some narratives that are in there. I've included a little bit more immersion in terms of the world at large, as far as like world building. Like there's a couple of articles that I created that I posted that were in response to some of the actions that the characters have taken thus far, and in response to some of the results of their actions, such as the explosion at the apartment building, the luxury apartment building. So now, Twitch, you were making your way to the front of the train, yes? The young lady is, she's still very hurt. Still, her burns have begun to blister over.
I was gonna leave her in the in that booth.
Okay, well, she's screaming, "Please don't leave me! Please don't leave me here!"
I tell her that it'd be more dangerous if you come with me. You're safer in the booth.
Well, if that's the case, get the hell out of here. He closes the door. No, I'm kidding. She doesn't do that. But she's, please, what's happening?
Like, I don't know. I can't control anything from here, you said, right?
Yes. No. There's absolutely nothing you can do from this position.
What happens with her?
Making your way to the front car. All the other cars have maybe one or two folks in them, and for the majority of I would say, of the 10 people you pass, 6 of them were homeless, and they're fast asleep on the train, as most people are when the train is moving, not understanding the danger that they're currently in. A few that you've passed were late night people that were on their way home. Some seem concerned, but are just looking around, unsure of what's happening, seeing, like they're past. You hear one of them is like, "Are we on the express train? What's going on? I didn't think they were running express. I thought this was local." As you pass by, the first car, when you get to it, the driver's door, I think it's still called the conductor, right? Or the train driver?
Yeah, it's the conductor's door still.
All right. So the conductor's door...
Because technically each cart can't be a lead cart.
Right.
So it's not like the controls are locked or anything. They're just not used. Mm-hmm. That's why I was trying to wrestle control from the middle cart.
Right.
But I'm going to the front now, so I'm working my way to the front. I'm briskly walking to try to get to the front as fast as possible.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for anybody in fatigues.
I mean, like combat fatigues?
Yeah, anyone in BDUs, I'm keeping an eye out for them as I'm going.
Okay. Yeah, you don't pass any. There's a man on the car and on the front car, and he's seated to where he can see out that the leftmost window where you can see the oncoming the tunnel and the lights and traffic and everything. And when you come into the car, you open the door, his head turns to you, and he has a look of fear. Like he just doesn't understand what's happening. So in game terms, he's failing the horror factor of the situation. So he's like, "Hey man, you know what's going on? Why are we moving so damn fast?"
I tell him, "Your jefe, the train's under electronic attack. They're controlling it remotely."
What the hell are you talking about, man?
I'm telling you, man. Just check it out. I'm gonna try and plug into the machinery.
Well, this is not the driver. This is just the passenger.
The passenger?
Yeah.
Josh, I'll tell him, so just brace yourself, bro. This train is going crazy.
He's like, wait,
I'm gonna go see if I can stop it.
We gonna crash?
Yeah.
He's like, oh hell no! He runs towards the e-brake, and he starts yanking, and he said, "This shit ain't working, man. This shit ain't working. Oh man, we're gonna die. I wish I'd. It was oh my God, and baby Jesus." He's like, "What am I gonna do with all them kids?"
I tell him head to the back. That's the only safe place.
Oh shit! And he slams the door open and goes through. The conductor's door is obviously closed.
Can I hack it? I mean, can I pick it?
Actually, it is not locked. However, at the bottom of once you get to the door, you look to start picking it, and you notice that it's loose, so it's not firmly locked, meaning the deadbolt is not engaged. So the door is probably open, but there's something at the bottom of that door that immediately is of concern to you. So,
full of blood?
No. But what it is, it looks like tar that's creeping up. That's not creeping up, but it's pulled on all along the edge of the door, and some of it is creeped up, like it's like gravity is pulling it in the direction that it shouldn't be pulled.
Oh. Ew. So I stand away from it and open it.
All right. When you pull it, it has a little resistance. So in essence, whatever this substance was what was holding the door closed. But when you pull it, it snaps away. Like a silly putty, but it has more viscosity to it.
Okay.
The smell is the first thing that hits you. It's a really violent odor of rot. And
it smells like rot?
Yeah, it smells like it smells like a dumpster that's never been emptied but is full of food. So it's that kind of a smell, and when you pull the thing open, that substance just pours out, but it doesn't splash, meaning it's thick, like a thick oil, or it has a pudding like viscosity, and it just pours out about a half a foot. Inside, all you hear is, help me.
Is there a dude in there?
You're able to. The sound is coming from the right, where the driver would normally be. You're able to angle yourself to where you can see maybe half of his body, and picture the sight of you've seen the Guyver when he pulls the control metal out and he starts melting.
Yeah.
That's what he looks like. He's just staring straight ahead.
No, look at that stuff. Is it like I got demon monster lore and stuff. Is it like black pudding or something?
That's an easy assumption to make because it does seem to take on the same properties of black pudding. However,
If I pull him,
you
I'm gonna
don't
pull
know.
out what's left, not him.
All right, I'm sure that was just a statement, but not necessarily.
Yeah,
an
that's a
action.
statement. That's what I'm thinking. I'm looking at him like, if I pull him, I'm gonna pull what's left. I'm not gonna run. So I mean, I try and pull him out.
Right, he turns in true anime style. He's like, help! And this shit's just coming out of his throat.
All right, so I'm just gonna do the next best thing. I'm gonna shoot him in the forehead to put him out, and then I'm just gonna plug into the computer after that.
Okay. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. You're going to need to make a dodge roll. That's my roll. You have to beat that. You can use your bonuses if you have any. And you do. So when you take aim, he's like, and you pull that trigger, his head explodes. But not only his head, but everything. It's like a spray of this goo. It just sprays the inside of that cabin and sprays out at an angle to where when you move, it like goes across the floor, up the wall to the ceiling.
So it splashes everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's more like a black ooze and a black pudding. So
Now, from what little of the window that you were able to ascertain that you can still see out of, you do see another train way off in the distance.
I'll plug in real quick. I plug my data jack
Okay.
into the machine and see if I can start wrestling control from it.
Now the thing is, once you walk in, everything is covered with this goo. Literally everything. Seat panels, displays. You can barely make out the light from the LCD displays in certain spots.
Is the fire extinguisher there?
Yeah, there's one on the opposite side, so you're able to grab that.
So I grab it and take a look at it. What kind of fire extinguisher is it? Is it
It's-
ABC or is it helium?
It's CO2.
CO2?
Yeah.
So I spray the fucking console and everything around it. All of it, the whole freaking thing. I sprayed the whole thing with the CO2.
Okay.
And then I use the fire extinguisher
Mm-hmm.
to tap it, see if it glassed up.
Actually, it did more than that. It essentially freezes as soon as you start hitting it. You can hear it cracking as if it was hit with like liquid nitrogen. So it's like, and you crack it, and it falls to pieces.
So I'm gonna spray with the rest of it. With one hand, I'm gonna spray the rest of it, the pieces on the floor, to keep it frozen like that. And I'm gonna plug in with the other hand and see if I can slow the machine down.
Okay. That you're able to do, and it takes you about 30 seconds. In that 30-second time frame, all the systems now seem to be they're responding in the way that you intended before, that they weren't responsive when you initially started to override the system. Almost as if disconnected whatever was happening to the train. Now, once you put the train, once you stop the train, you're able to stop it about 50 feet from the other one that was at the other end of the station that had been stopped because of the alerts that that Sage had put into the system to the control tower. And you finally catch your breath. There's someone on the other side of that train at the back car looking at you. And he's just like, You see his eyes open, like his eyes turn into saucers, and he starts backing away.
Look behind me.
So you turn. I need you to roll horror factor.
Oh, by the way, I've been meaning to tell you. 'Cause I had a chance
Yeah.
to tell you. I found the bonuses for horror factor. They're
Okay.
ME based on intelligence.
Yeah, I thought we knew that. Didn't we know that?
Did we? I saw it on the forum. I didn't
Fine.
know.
Okay.
Anyway, my ME is 16, so I get what, a +1. Anyway,
One.
it doesn't matter.
1, if anything.
I don't see the thing. Oh, it's in the combat. That's why. Horror. I got no bonuses. I made a 5, so I failed. I'm more than certain I failed.
You rolled a 5?
Yes, I rolled the whole 5.
Why am I not seeing it?
Give it a second. It'll come up under my dodge.
Okay.
I'll scroll down.
I am scrolling down. It's weird. All right. I'll take your
I'm not gonna
word-
lie about
I'll-
a 5.
I'll take your word for it. So, when you turn this, the best that I can describe it is about a 6.5 foot tall slime, dust, and it looks like all types of different matter. It almost has a charcoal glisten. You know how charcoal has this like it has almost glitter in it, where it glitters in certain light. It refracts the light in a certain way, and it reminds you of what the driver was looking like before you shot him, and the eyes are just coming out of it. You know, like one rolls forward, the other one rolls forward, and then the mouth opens up. And he starts to move towards you.
Yeah, I back up since I'm peeing on myself.
All right, so I'm gonna go to Sage. Sage, at the point where Twitch gains control of the train is when the tower reports that they finally see it. Oh, it's weird. Now it just came up. Your roll just came up. Okay, all right, that's weird. But at that point, you're not at the control tower, but you can hear this like, there it is. What the fuck is it doing there? Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! And you can hear the phone drop, and just some frantic screaming.
So, to
They're
the
gonna
text,
fucking crash! Call the other train now!
to the other text, I need the signal boosted now, guys. We need to know what's going on. We need to see if Twitch got a control of the
He's like,
train.
he said, we have his signal. I'm patching you through now. It's clear now. So go.
Twitch, what's going on? Give me a sit rep.
All you can hear,
Basically, yeah.
in the background.
What the hell is that?
Well, you're 5. That's an arsenal.
It's ugly. Yeah.
Kill me.
I oblige him. 3-round burst.
All right. It's like, hold on. Din, 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 din. Okay. So you can roll your attack roll. Because of the horror factor, you're not getting any bonuses, just a straight roll. But you only need a 4 or better to hit, so. Yeah. I don't know. The 3-round burst is what? Times 4? Okay, roll damage. $33. Okay. Give me 1 second. One sec, fellas.
We've lost contact with Luke and Eric.
What, can you pull on the connection?
You all right? Everything good? Yeah, I can hear you.
Loud and clear. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. I guess he's dealing with something.
Right. So back to the matter at hand.
I appreciate you enthusiasm. I really see this happen to myself in this. I mean, I got enough drama. There's even more drama the breaking neighbors now. This thing, it just didn't work out. You got a good thing going, and you got meaning for you. You're working on it.
Yeah, I think we lost Eric. Be back.
Yo.
You lost Eric.
Yeah, loud and clear. Hold on 1 second. Yellow. Twitch is in the motorman's car in the front, fighting this creature. About either trying to ignite the creature, set the creature on fire, or freeze it. Because Adolfo was saying that the creature that he came across could be set by fire. He said it could be possibly different ones.
Yeah, so like I told him, I used CO2 on it, and it glassed up. So I said I was backing up, keeping it in front of me, backing up, see if I can get another fire extinguisher to throw at it.
You have to go to the conductor's car for the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, so I get another one?
You can only go to the conductor's car. It's either the motorman's or the conductor. The motorman's car is the one in the front that drives the car, drives the train, and controls it. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Motorman.
the issue? Is Emerald back?
Called.
I mean, he's on the channel. I just don't know what the deal is. All right, in any event, so Twitch, the motorman's car only had the one CO2 fire extinguisher.
Yep.
And you pretty much used all of it in order to do the freezing action to the motorman. And probably have like maybe 1 or 2 squeezes left out of it.
I go to the car behind me and I go grab another one out of the conductors.
There is no car behind you. There's just the one in front of you. You're at the front car, so he is right in front of you, moving towards you. Now there is an emergency escape, like you can push out the window from where you are, but that takes you into the tracks.
And there's no I mean
So in other words, you went to the motorman's car,
right?
And you froze him, and you spent most of the time. You spent most of your time trying to finagle the train to stop.
Right.
You did when you did, then the train ahead of you that was at the station, that was stopped at the station, you were able to see that guy, the person that was looking at you as you were approaching. You know, just a normal rubberneck. He was just watching you as the train approached, looked at you weirdly, and then saw the thing to his right, your left, and backed away and turned to run. That's when you turned and looked into the car and saw it. As it was blocking me from as it was gathering itself. Yeah, so it's blocking you from, and I mean you can try to maneuver around it, but it doesn't have a humanoid shape, only that it's starting to form. It's pulling the fragments of itself from the dust, from what little liquid was left, because you weren't able to freeze all of it as the liquid that was splashed up on the wall and the ceiling outside into the car. So it was pulling all of that into itself. It's in essence a pseudo-tectonic being as it was pulling itself into it's pulling all the matter that was loose into itself and, and growing.
Where is most of him? Is it on the left side or on the right? Where is most of his mass?
Most of his mass is is coming in from the right.
So on the left, I'm gonna use the last of the CO2. Freeze up that side and slip around him on that way. And get behind him. You get to the other cart.
Yeah, I don't mean to nitpick on the minutia. I just want to make sure that you can see what I'm seeing, so that you have a better idea of what you want to do. So now that you've declared that action, you freeze him and he recoils. I'm gonna say he. But there's no distinguishing sex of this creature. So
I don't care. I'm old school.
He recoils away from the CO2 and lets out a howl. Kill me! Kill me! Now, you rush past. You can see people on the other, they're looking through the glass in the center of the car, and they're staring at this thing. And it's the guy that was in that car initially, and his eyes are like this, cartoonishly big, Peter Griffin big. As you come through the car, he's like, "What the fuck is that?"
Run.
You could see it, like he had some tan pants, but there was a darker shade of tan right around the crotch area.
That's fine. I tell them all to run.
Where the PP is. One of the homeless guys is like, "Hey man, what's going on? I'm trying to sleep over here. What you doing?" The guy's like, "Get the fuck up, you bum ass." I was gonna say the N-word, but "You bum ass motherfucker, get up." It's like, "There's a fucking monster over there." "I ain't seen no monster." Sorry, that's pretty cartoony for a homeless person, but you get my point.
Yeah.
So you're just looking for another fire extinguisher?
Yeah. When I go through, if I get past it, I don't know. You didn't tell me I got past him yet. If I get past him,
you get past him.
If I get past him into the other cart, then I go into the conductor's booth in that cart and grab the other fire extinguisher.
Okay.
And what I'm gonna do is.
All right.
What I'm doing is I'm gonna throw the fire extinguisher at it and just shoot it, so that it get them all at once, if I can.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fair enough.
When you finally fish the fire extinguisher, you finally get the fire extinguisher, because remember, I'm just going to play this out as if the horror factor didn't freeze you in place, but it definitely ignited your fight or flight. So when you're grabbing it to you hesitantly go back into the car, and you swing the door open, you finally step into it. He's writhing, and you can see from its base. I want to say his base. From his base, the black starts turning into gray, and it's almost like it's transforming the color and consistency. It's becoming harder, almost like a cement color as it goes up. And he's like, finally, it gets past his face, his eyes to the top of his head, and he's frozen in place. And then you see these micro cracks start growing across the surface of his skin, and they become larger and larger. You can hear the cracking, and finally he just collapses into a heap of dust.
So I tell him on the radio, "Yo, it turned to dust."
What did you put on it?
CO2.
Okay, so I'm going to say that Artemis is busy. Artemis and Noctum are going to be focused on your particular targets. So interactions are going to be limited to Sage and Fortune Teller at this moment.
So be it. My bad.
No, that's all right.
Okay. All right. So still, do not engage the dust at all in any way, shape, or form. I don't know if it could be inert or it could get reactivated. Hopefully it is dead, but we don't want to take any chances.
Dude, I never seen a black ooze do that before. What the hell is this thing?
Listen, we're dealing with a lot of stuff that I need to get all of you up to speed if this is what it is.
But then if you know what it was, how come you went to us before we started this whole thing?
Because I had no idea up until now when I saw the videotape on the other base. Do you understand now, Twitch?
Nope.
This all started with that girl, but this thing has gotten spread out further than what we realize. And it's probably the kids that are being used as this. So we're probably going to have our hands full really fast, really quick. You know,
So you mean to tell me in under 40 minutes, the shit hit the fan?
to say that, but yes, it can be that. It can. I'm not sure yet because I don't know what we're dealing with at the other location where they warranted the girl.
But what do you want me to do with this thing now?
Listen, just get everybody to safety out of there. All right, we'll figure out how to deal with that right now. Okay. So, can you please get me Agent Smith on the line?
Okay.
By the way, if you get a chance, can you send me a pair of pants?
He's wearing his brown pants.
Sure.
All right. So, Agent Sage, we have Agent Smith on the line.
Agent Smith, the situation has been handled with the car, but this is getting critical. We need to meet now.
I don't understand. What do you mean handle? Did you find the train and stop it?
Yes, the train has been stopped. Our asset was able to do it. However, this thing is that's a lot bigger than what it is. We need to meet like right now so we can contain this.
Okay. What thing and contain what?
Let's meet. I cannot do this over the wire. I feel we're compromised right now. We're still finding out. Just understand we need to meet quickly.
Okay. That where do you suggest that we meet?
Mid-range. It'll be that way. It doesn't take us long to get there.
All right.
So I give him a coordinate that's mid-range to us.
Okay.
While I keep the comms open.
Okay. So he does that. So I'm going to switch back over to.
Real quick, I started evacuating the train and the subway system.
Oh, okay. Yep. Very good. Very good. So we're going to come back to Emerald, Noctum, and Artemis.
Yo.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's wrong music.
Sounds about right.
Sorry.
Friday you know 13th, I'm here,
yeah.
right? You're Lewis. You know I'm here.
I do? Do I? Been quiet this whole damn time. You could have talked. I said Fortune Teller, Sage, and Twitch. Sleepy Joe. Okay, there we go. I'm kidding. I know you don't like Sleepy Joe. All right. Noctum, Artemis, you get to your sick bay. The doors into the doors to the lab are obviously closed. Not to the lab, to the exam room are closed. Lights are flickering that you can see. You can hear a scream, a woman's scream. And assuming you still have your video feed. By the way, is everyone here? Noctum, you here?
Yeah.
Emerald, you're
I'm
here?
here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Is Emerald still here?
I'll call him again.
All right. You know, while you get him on the horn, he's tertiary to this. He's third in line anyway. So Noctum, Artemis, walk me through your intrusion.
All right, so the door is closed. What I will do then is I will shadow step in. I'm in full wraith mode, which means I currently have a horror factor.
Okay.
And basically, when I step into the room, I'm making my way to the creature, to the girl now in body horror form, with the intent of putting her in my void.
All right.
As he's going to his full wraith form, if he's going straight to the creature, I'm going to cut to the right to the other two, the doctor and the nurse. I'm going to see what they look like, and I'm going to hit them both with a heavy stun to knock them out, and I'm going to hit them with strap arrows.
Okay, so
to subdue them.
The scene played out exactly as it was described initially. She is on the table, and both her arms are extended as she's facing you. She's facing the door, and she's sitting up with both arms outstretched. Once you shadow step into the room, and Artemis, you come in behind and make your way to the right. The doctor is on your right. The nurse is on your left. She's on the lower half of the wall. So essentially, she has the doctor pinned at the pretty much the top of the wall where the wall meets the ceiling. So you're talking about a good 9 feet up, and the nurse is pinned against the wall. Most of her chest, and you can see the lower half of her right side of the right side of her face is completely crushed. Like her jaw is completely disconnected. Well, what is it? You know what I'm talking about.
She's dead.
By all yeah. I mean, with the amount of damage that she looked like she sustained, her eyes are like completely rolled in her head, blood's pouring out of her mouth and nose, and she's not moving. Whereas the doctor, he's just like, he's just beat red. All the air has been pushed out of his body, is being pushed out of his body as he's being constricted against the wall.
So her arm has got the doctor pinned against the wall.
Both arms have the doctor and the nurse pinned, and she's just like,
all right, cool. I'm gonna hit the arm with a heavy stun to get it to have it let go.
Okay, so let's start with the initiative.
Yes, sir. Damn, these pictures are in the way big time, yo. D20, my initiative 1, 2, 3. Is that right?
Yeah, it's subtract 80. For some reason, that character sheet is weird. So it's a 19. It would be a 19 plus whatever bonuses you have. Knocked them.
It's a 19. I don't have any initiative.
Okay. All right. So Artemis rolls that dirty 20. You go first, then knocked him, and then the girl.
All right. Heavy stun arrow to get her to let go.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna hit her arm.
I'm gonna hit her at the wrist.
Okay. Go ahead. Make a roll. That's a call shot, so it's a 12 minus any bonuses. Or do you have to roll a natural 12? No, it's a 12 with bonuses, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
Well, I have targeting and everything else like that. Uncanny targeting and throwing.
Okay.
Yeah, the way that call shot works, it starts base 12, and then wherever you're aiming at, increases it a little further. So
my shots, I don't.
So with his shot, with his bonuses, it'll just reduce it. That's it.
Okay. So just make your attack roll, please.
Yeah, he hit.
All right, another dirty 20. What's stun damage only or regular damage and stun?
It's heavy stun. She has to make a. Well, I'm trying to make it hurt for her to let the doctor go.
I understand.
So, with it being a stun, I think maybe she still has to do the saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
If she fails the saving throw, she lets the doctor go.
What's the save?
The save is 16. Hold on. All right. Save. Weapons. Stun. Damn it, what is she asking up for? Excuse me for cursing.
No, cursing is fine, so long as it's not anything.
Save versus non-lethal poison.
Okay.
Yeah, so 16.
16, all right. Okay, so you hit her. Like, I keep hitting the wrong button. Sorry. She pulls back, and it just recoils into her arm as if it were nothing. So her hand it goes back to its original shape, and she immediately turns to you. The doctor falls to the ground, and he just falls, hits the ground, and falls limp. Knocked him. Your action.
Yeah, all I have to do is make contact with her, basically. So I'm just going right up on her.
Okay.
And she gets sucked into the void.
All right.
You need me to roll something in
Yeah,
particular?
you still have to roll an attack roll. Yeah.
Okay, just want to be sure.
Because it's by touch, correct?
Yes, it's
Okay.
physical contact.
Yeah. So then you have to roll an attack roll.
Pardon me, that was unexpected. Where the bloody hell is Strike on this character sheet? I hate this character sheet. I think I've mentioned that before.
No, once or twice.
All right, combat. Nope, not here either.
You go to the main character sheet, the main character page, and you'll see combat maneuvers.
Combat maneuvers: dodge, roll, punch, knockout, auto dodge, pull, punch, disarm, and tangle. I do not see Strike here. This happened before.
Maybe I
This
was
is very
looking
annoying.
maybe I was looking in the wrong spot.
Yeah, last
You
session
might
we
have to
went into
just type it in under the melee attacks. You can just put punch, and then whatever and the temporary bonuses would be the bonus to strike or whatever, and you could even put the damage in there. As a matter of fact, if you you type in whatever it is, and then you click on you toggle the box, and below it you'll have the strike bonus, parry bonus, and any notes.
There on the combat?
Yeah,
Oh, there it is.
under melee
That's
attacks.
melee.
Yeah.
Melee attacks, I see it, yeah, okay.
I think I'm looking at your character sheet at the same time, so.
$13. I'm not sure it added my strike bonuses. Let me consult my character sheet real quick. My copy of it. My strike is +2 in this one. I'm not sure if that roll includes the +2.
So it's 15?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, none of my bonuses are in this.
Okay. So she matches the 15, and what she does, as you come towards her, you can see this strange thing as you're approaching her. As you're approaching her, you know that your form has this monstrous effect. It doesn't. That never really entered into the math on her reaction. Like when you came into the room and Artemis trailed you, she was looking in your direction, and it didn't seem as though your monstrous form affected her. But once you went to touch her, you can see her eyes open, and she immediately from the sitting position, just goes up on her feet and jumps backwards to the point where she hits the wall like Spider-Man style. She's just like embeds herself in the wall. It's like now. What she does is she with the nurse in her other hand, she just takes her and lifts. She like rips her out of the wall with a chunk of the wall and just throws her at you.
She's just gonna go into the void.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? So if any part of you gets touched, it goes into the void?
Yes.
Okay.
I become basically I'm already extended out with the shadow. What's it called? One of my shadow
The swallowing
abilities.
void.
No, there's another ability that basically extends my field, my area that I cover, shadow cloak. So shadow cloak basically just has me as a um, giant shadowy creature, and so any part of me that's going to get touched, swallow the limbo's going to just swallow them up,
Okay.
basically.
All right. Well, she hits you with. She throws the body and the detritus at you, and it hits you, but it immediately gets pulled into the void. So we're gonna go back to the top of the. Wait, hold on for a second. Let me do this here. You guys, what was your initial roll? Knocked him.
19. My initiative was 19. My strike roll was 15 total.
And Artemis, your initial roll was a 20, right? No.
Yeah.
Your initiative roll was not a. Was it a 19? Knocked him.
Yeah, it was.
Yes,
19.
it was 19, and yours was a 20, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm doing the combat thingy. So hers was a 6. So you guys may be able to get more actions out of this. So it's every 3, you get 7. And knocked him, you get 6 attacks, and you got 19. So okay, so she only gets the 1 attack. Actually, she shouldn't have gotten this attack at all. But what we're gonna do is you guys are gonna be able to attack her unless I declare a simultaneous attack. So we're gonna flip flop it here. So back to Artemis.
I see her jump to the wall.
Yes.
Okay. And you do speaking as an action also, right?
I'm sorry?
Do you do talking as an action?
Really, dude?
Hey, I'm asking, man. There's some GMs allow talking as action.
No. You can speak. That doesn't cost an action. No.
All right. Knocked him. Get ready to catch her. I'm gonna hit her with a stun arrow, then a strap arrow. I'm gonna use a stun arrow to knock her out, and a strap arrow to like cocoon her.
Okay, so that would be your 2. That would be your next 2 attacks, right?
So I'm gonna roll twice for each one, right?
Yes, you roll twice. After that first attack knocked him, are you gonna continue? Are you gonna wait for him to resolve that attack? You can hold your action while he resolves his 2 strikes with his arrows, or you can forgo that and go after he shoots his first arrow. Your choice.
Well, since she's called an action, she's doing. I'm gonna let her finish what she's doing, but I'm gonna stay nearby.
So you're
I
gonna
can just basically cover the area.
So you can hold your action. That's fine. So I would show. You know what? I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing so that you can get a sense of what I'm talking about, because I know that I've talked about this in the past, but I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. So I'm going to share my screen in terms of. So if you can see what I'm doing, you can see my screen here, right? So
Yes.
you guys, there's your number of attacks, there's your initiative, there's your attack rate. So what I do is I mark off where your initiative started, and because it says the attack rate is 3 every 3 on the initiative, on the number, on that sliding scale, you get an action. So for her, because her initiative was so low, she gets 2 attacks she gets 2 attacks. No, I'm sorry. Every 2, she gets an attack, and I did that wrong. Excuse me. So what happens is at 6, she gets this 1, 2, 3, and then we're back up here. You see where? You see how it works?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is why you guys are going to get a flurry here before her actual attack round resolves itself.
Shit. I can fire this. I can hit her with 8 arrows if I want to. But
I did that on the wrong line. So.
But here we go. First one's gonna be a knockout, and the second one's gonna be the strap arrow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here's the first one. Roll natural 20.
Get rid of that, and I will stop sharing my screen.
And should I roll the second one?
Yeah, give me a sec here. There we go. All right.
So
Yeah.
you have us declaring our actions before any dice are rolled? Is that the plan?
Well, declare your action, then roll your dice. The only thing at this point that she can do is defend or declare a simultaneous attack, which would eat up her future attacks. All right. So with the first 2, I'm going to declare dodges, and she does have an auto dodge.
She's -8
in this form. Okay.
Bear with me, I'm just testing out this character sheet. The whole rolling mechanic. See if it's working the way it's supposed to.
Ooh, okay. So in that first roll, she hits you hit her with a 1. She hits a 1, so you catch her square with the stun arrow. I'm gonna roll the save. All right. So with that first one, she's like, and that pretty much nullifies her next attack. Her next dodge, so you hit her with that second arrow. Knocked him. You run in.
Do I roll for the second arrow?
No. You roll for the
arrow's
second arrow. That you rolled the 24, correct?
No, I rolled for the first arrow, for the stun arrow to knock out. I didn't roll for the strap arrow yet.
I thought you rolled twice.
So I'm rolling for the strap arrow now.
No. If you look on roll 20,
No, I only rolled once.
Oh, because I can see a 20 and a 24. Is anybody else
I
not
looked
saying
at roll
that?
20.
Okay.
No, I rolled a test roll.
Okay, never mind. Either way, the strap arrow does hit with that 24 as she's falling. It hits her and wraps her, her torso, and she hits the ground with a sickening thud.
And I will immediately snatch her up.
Okay. I will say, well, you don't have to. She's prone, so
Okay.
there's no need to roll. Even though you rolled a 0, how is that even possible?
Dude, this page, man, like I don't know what's going on.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
This character sheet,
Roll
this
20s
character
races.
sheet.
That's weird. He's like, you rolled below a 1. What the fuck?
Roll 20s races.
This
So
character sheet is just fucking weird, man.
as you go to pull her into the void, it's fortuitous that sequence happened. So she gets the stun. She dislodges herself from the wall. She falls forward. The strap arrow hits her. She hits the ground with that sickening thud. But as you make your way towards, and you just in that second, as you're pulling her into your void, she looks up and smiles. But you can see her face starting to turn in that same descriptive manner that happened to Twitch's enemy. It started to happen in her face. And then you pull her into that void.
Okay.
Okay, and with that, let's take a victory lap.
No.
Oh, sorry.
No victory lap yet. We got to clean up.
No, I immediately turn and look at the Gotham.
All
Again,
right.
checking.
Yeah.
The doctor has a faint pulse. He is broken.
I'm watching the nurse.
What do you mean watching the nurse?
You can't be
Just in
watching
case.
the nurse. She's in my limbo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
She's
right.
in my
The
voice.
nurse still said, I do apologize. Please forgive me for that one. Because I'm
Yeah.
thinking about what happened with Emerald when she went up into the room when the guy lost his head. He jumped back up. And
Yeah,
went to
no,
court,
Okay,
so-
you know what? We can't relive past dramas like that. That's not cool. Now, I don't know what happened to Emerald, but her action was to come in and with her in her full light form. Doing that hurts you, Noctum, because she bursts into the room. And completely bathes the entire scene in light.
I mean, it just hampers my abilities.
Yeah. But it's still not fun.
Annoying. It's annoying. Yeah.
Almost blinds Artemis, but you've seen this before. Just saying, like that sudden flash of light.
I have polarized lenses in my eyes.
Mm-hmm. Now, fortune teller, are you there?
Yes, with his cool German accent.
Guys, is my voice?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
There's
say.
my boy.
There is the fortune teller. He
There's
speaks.
Klaus. Yes, Klaus.
The fortune teller. I tell the fortunes.
So, I know that I was stuck on a boat, basically staring into space. Okay. So
like-
now at this very moment,
It's like, this boat is stupid. Why can't I drive it? Scraping along the sides of what? Sorry. Go ahead.
so right now what I'm gonna do is, where am I exactly on the island?
What island? You're not on an island.
I mean, like where yeah, I'm in Manhattan.
Yeah, you were left under a bridge, and that's where Twitch left you.
Question Billy Bates.
So I'm gonna.
I left
I'm
him
gonna-
docked up. I didn't even want to under the bridge.
I'm just saying, under the bridge is probably fun.
Well, I mean, he is a troll, so.
Ah.
So
Yeah, so
what happened-
you're
We're so lucky that we're live on Twitch
all right,
because
take it easy.
Tom, my
You're
bad.
at the dock.
all right. So I am going to leave the dock,
Okay.
and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna contact Crimson Sage. Hello, anybody out there? Mr. Sage?
Klibo, my cuckoos.
Go for Sage.
1 minute I was with somebody, now I'm not with nobody. Where did everyone go?
Well, Twitch right now is taking care of some people, getting them out of a very dangerous scene from the train. The rest of the team is dealing with another situation in a quarantine area, and I have our staff trying to see if there's anybody trying to hack into our system or piggybacking off of our signals. Along with
Do you
I'm in
know
route.
where?
I'm en
Do you
route.
know where? Go ahead.
I'm en route right now and give them the location. If you're near there, you can meet up with me there. I'm meeting up with Agent Smith.
Okay. All right. I will see you there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna disconnect. Lewis, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just light up a book of matches, throw it in the boat, and I'm gonna head over to meet up with Sage.
Damn. Okay. When you're
And the boat scream out, why?
oh, SpongeBob, why?
Like they're Frankenstein and Van Helsing. Why?
All right, now I won't have you roll perception because this one is going to be obvious as you're leaving the boat. The drone that Twitch calls Birdie, in its dock, it sounds like it's powering up, and it's like trying to. It's like it's shaking and vibrating in its dock.
Ah, so you come out to play. I'm gonna say that out loud to it.
Okay.
So you come out to play. I knew you will be coming. So like what I'm seeing is it look like it's fighting with itself.
There's no way. There's no way for you to determine. Yeah, there's no way for you to determine that.
Okay, this is what I'm paying attention to.
Uh-huh.
Is there something that holds it down, or it just sits on top of the, like in a certain spot?
I'm taking some liberties, Twitch, but correct me if I'm wrong. It's in if Birdie's in a docking station, it's clamped in, so it's not necessarily locked in place, but locked in place solely for the purposes of maintaining its position, and you know what I mean. Like there's no deadbolt or anything on it. It's like a magnetic lock, magnetic clamp to keep it in place until you deploy him.
Sorry, I was talking and you couldn't hear me. Coming dumbass. So it has a housing that it stays in.
That's what I meant. I know.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I meant that.
It's a concealed housing, and yeah.
You said what you said what I meant, and that's what I meant to say. Yep. What I meant. Now, that's what I meant to say. Hold on for 1 second because it's on something different, of course. Okay. So, fortune teller, when you're there, taunting a drone that's vibrating in its housing, it has within itself, you can see it extends, and these two gun arms come out, and they start moving in your direction.
That's Boom Boom.
Oh,
okay.
Boom Boom. That's the one I meant, not Birdie.
So you see a pretty big drone that's like colored in pink and black.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I can.
Black little drone.
Yeah, she's loud.
And there goes your street cred if you get shot by that. Just like the person that has the Desert Eagle with the Hello Kitty decals all on it.
I need, what is it? I need the dove of peace, otherwise I can't kill something.
Hey, don't mess with the Hello Kitty.
My niece loves Hello Kitty, man. It's ridiculous.
Okay. That's the one I meant. I assume Birdie was the same one. My apologies.
No, Birdie doesn't have any weapons.
Okay.
Oh, that's not good.
So he's like, and he's just starting to move in your direction. It's like it's twitching, it's spazzing out. But the guns themselves are moving in your direction, like seem like they're trying to target lock you. Are you gonna still stay there and point and laugh?
No.
Or are you just gonna go? Because you know how much I love that phrase.
What phrase?
I'm gonna go.
That I'm just gonna go. You so stupid. No, what I'm gonna do is so I'm near the water, right?
Yeah, you're at a dock.
Okay.
So you're able to get out. the way that I have it pictured in my head as you were describing it, you were leaving the boat to go meet up with Sage. So in doing that, that's when out of the corner of your eye, as you're exiting the boat, you can see the housing where the drone is, where Boom Boom is. And
Okay.
as you're looking at it, because it's never done that before, you didn't even really notice it before because of the way he has this thing set up.
Yeah, I've never seen that one. I
Right.
saw the
So that one, as it's powering up, then it starts spazzing out, and those guns come out, and they're trying to and they're turning in your direction, but because of the way it's the way it's secured in its housing, it's having a hard time maneuvering because the housing hasn't released it.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, it's still in its housing then.
Say again?
But it's still in its housing, but the guns are trying to point towards my way.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been saying this whole damn time. But, whatever.
Okay.
Tomato, tomato.
I'm just going to flip his boat over.
Here we go.
Just going to flip it over with super telekinesis, and then I'm going to walk away.
I'm not 100% sure that that's going to be possible, but how much does your boat weigh, approximately?
The whole thing is about 8 tons.
So can you move 8 tons with your brain?
So if it's no, I can't. No.
Okay.
No. But what I could do is rip that little thing out and fling it into the river.
Okay. How much ISP are we talking?
So every 10 ISP is 100.
100 pounds?
I'm gonna use 200 ISP.
Okay.
So that's 20,000 pounds.
Or
Every 10 is 100.
every 10 ISP is 100. So, yeah, that's okay.
That's about 20,000 pounds.
That's a lot of force there, buddy.
I'm gonna take it and just fling it. I'm gonna rip it out and just fling it into the ocean, into the middle of the river.
Okay.
Okay, Jean Grey, go ahead.
Where are you? Fortune teller. There we are.
That's 2,000 pounds.
Yeah. Okay.
2,000,
Yes, sir.
10, 100, 200,
Of course.
200 for every 100. So it's 10 for every 100. So 200.
No,
Yeah.
it's a
10 for every 100. So times 10,
10
is
for every
100. So that's 1,000. And then the next 100, 200, 2,000.
Okay, so a ton. My bad.
Either way,
Gotta accept-
it's still
It's still a ton.
yeah. So all right. So you use 208 ISP so far. Now you reach out, you grab it, and pull and rip it right out of the housing, and throw it. As soon as you fling it out of the water, it skids along the surface because of the force that you're throwing it at. But it's hover jets, and it's it immediately kicks on and floats up, and the guns are like. Now let's roll initiative.
all right.
I don't think I'm trying to see where the weapon systems are on your write up there, Twitch. I don't see it.
It just has the two gun arms.
Mm-hmm.
It has 2 turrets, but I haven't filled the turrets because the turrets are empty. It can hold light, medium arms, but there aren't any in there. It's just the 2 weapon arms right now.
So you didn't arm it?
No, because the armament on Boom Boom is situational. That's why it has 2 turrets, 2
Okay.
empty turrets.
Does it have the ability to arm itself?
If I had the weapons there for it, yes, it could actually do that.
So is it safe to say that you had the weapons there for it on your vehicle?
No, because you told me I have whatever I have written down already, and anything extra I had to earn it in game.
Okay.
So all it has is 2 weapon arms. Otherwise, I'd have 2 grenade launchers, and it'd be a horrible mess.
Okay. So the grenades. So then it does have grenade launchers.
No, it would have grenade launchers, but I didn't get to write them down. So I don't have them.
All right. So
So basically, it don't have nothing.
that's
It's a
okay.
pair of gun arms. They do 5. I think it's 5d6 per shot.
Yeah, that's what I meant. So
Yeah, gun arms.
okay.
That's what it has. Just the gun arms.
Just single shot, or is it a rapid fire or automatic, semi-automatic?
Semi-auto.
Okay.
My character sheet at.
Fortune teller rolled a 20 for the initiative. Okay. All right, so you are attacking first, fortune teller. You rolled a 20.
So its hover jets are like, do they protrude outside?
They're located on the back of the vehicle. The way the illustration shows it.
I don't even know what it looks like. So what I'm gonna do is use my telekinetic.
Just trying to
force
find a
collect-
way to get this picture.
It should be on Discord. I put it on Discord.
What, for Birdie or Boom Boom?
And Boom Boom. They're both there.
Oh, they both got guns?
No. Birdie don't have no guns.
I was about to say, you're destructive, man.
No, just Boom Boom. Boom Boom sounds
You
like
need help.
Boom Boom sounds like a psychotic 5-year-old.
Ha.
Okay.
And I painted her bullets pink, so he's gonna get shot with pink bullets.
Nice. It's shot with pink bullets. I just realized what you said.
I just always do it. Look at my character sheet on Discord. I can't get in the freaking.
All right, there we go. If you look on Discord in-game chat, that's what Boom Boom looks like. I'm going to see if I can put it on Roll20. I don't know that I can.
In-game chat.
There you go. It's on the Roll20 chat now. So you should be able to see it. Yes?
There's a targeting, weapon arms, gun arms. Yep.
Just don't put together the.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So what I'm gonna do is take both my hands, like I'm gonna stretch them out, and I'm gonna crush his hovers, the hover, so it just sinks into the water.
Okay.
Boom Boom was a problem.
Yeah, and she has 2 turrets. So I mean, I usually have, like I said, a pair of grenade launchers.
You should have those panels open up on the top of her head and be like mini missiles.
How many attacks does Boom Boom have?
Like a basic robot, standard AI, I believe it's 4.
Okay.
If you were smoking crystal meth with some fentanyl the night before, 12.
Ha.
Like anime, 14.
And she is a very vindictive little piece of shit. So she does have self-destructive device on her.
Yes.
Figured to be a woman.
Okay.
She's very self-destructive.
So-
very, very vindictive.
Fortune teller. Repeat what your action was. I apologize.
It's hover port. I'm gonna use both of my hands
Mm-hmm.
and, like, imagine in my mind, grab both of them and just crush its hover ports for it to fall in the water.
Using your telekinesis.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That would be a strike roll, however you look at it. And how many ISP are you dedicating to this one?
I don't have to. I got this super telekinesis for the 200 that I use
Mm-hmm.
lasted 6 minutes.
6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. So roll a strike, please.
Not your funny.
Okay. All right, so you grab it and you're crushing it. It still gets a shot off of you as it's being crushed. So I'm just gonna roll a 20. Any targeting bonuses? Twitch. Twitch.
Sorry, again, I'm talking to myself. It's got sniper, so it got +1 from sniper. It has +3 because it's aiming.
Mm-hmm.
And laser targeting, I think is +1.
Okay, so it's a +5 in total.
There's a +5 total.
All right, so rolled a natural 24. So as you're crushing it, the thing's like, you can see the jets are like sparking and you know they're starting to the metal is starting to fold in on itself, but the guns come up and you, in true movie fashion, the first few rounds hit the water, but the rest are coming right at you. So the only thing you can do is dodge. And the penalty is a 10. So you would need to either have some serious dodge bonuses or a defensive action, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
I'm not moving at all.
You're not?
No, because I don't take no damage.
Why not?
Because of me being undead, I don't take no damage from regular weapons.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, well, even better. Now,
very nice.
So as the thing's shooting, and the bullets just go right through you, tearing up your suit. You finally crush it to the point it's like, and it just falls into the water.
Thank you. Now I know my armor, because I do have regular armor that I had on, so that's all destroyed. Whatever that is, and I also got like a super healing factor, so I'm gonna be healing up. So I'll just dust myself off, turn around, and start heading towards Sage.
Okay. Okay. So now at this point, Twitch, you get an alert from Boom Boom that it's suffered critical damage. Which is weird because it wasn't supposed to. It was still in its housing.
Yeah. Buck.
And you can see the last bits of the video feed with fortune teller like just with his arms outstretched, and you see the readings as it's like PSI on the structure, and it's just all these readings suggesting that it's being crushed, and you can just see his hands up, and then finally it just topples over to where it the video is just on the surface of the water, just floating.
So yeah, over the radio, like, dude, what the fuck?
My friend Twitch, you have been compromised. Every electronic device that you are wearing or have on you, whatever, you must get rid of it. The machine tried to kill me. Now, I do have to say that it was fighting not to do it, but it got overwhelmed. So you did not get to fix your little toy.
I haven't got a chance to do anything.
I did not want to damage your toy, but you owe me a new suit.
Really? You're gonna compare what, a $2 suit to my $15,000 drone?
You owe me a new suit, my little pointed ear friend.
Listen, I take care of you, lady.
Listen, guys, can we focus? I know that there's a tragedy for your drone, and it went crazy to try and attack you, fortune teller. Right now, this is what we're dealing with, okay? You know this better than anybody, Twitch, because you're the one that got trapped in that damn train. Now that you're getting everybody out, I need you to meet me at this location, and I send them the coordinates. if you can load up that picture so that way everybody can get eyes on what you was actually saw, and I can run through my my knowledge in order to find out if there's anything like that we encountered before, or that I've encountered before, to see if we can get some type of idea what this is. This seems to be a little bit different, but right along the same line of what I faced before. Uh, I'm on my way to meet Agent Smith to assist you with what's going on with the train and see if we can quarantine that whole entire area just in case. Um, Along to give them a sit rep of what's going on and what we're really dealing with. Uh, I still have not been able to get in contact with Nocturne, Artemis, or Emerald. Right now, I have no idea what the situation is where they're at. They are on open comms, but they're not responding.
I I tell Birdie to go retrieve Boom Boom, and then after he retrieves him, put it back in the dock. I tell them to lock themselves in, and I get them to reboot everything.
Okay.
Fucking
Back at the base, Emerald's probably unconscious from his long flight.
Here? No,
Oh,
Emerald finally made it.
There he is! Yay! Ah! Hooray! Emerald, I took some liberties with your character because using your last declared action, you entered the room and illuminated to where there's absolutely no shadow except for Noctum. So his power was diminished greatly just by your presence. And he's just like, turn it off. It's like, don't look at me. And the carnage that's in front of you, the doctor is in critical condition, and the nurse is no longer there. But I will let Noctum and Artemis fill you in. Go for Papa Pouty. Noctum, I don't know if you're muted.
No, I'm not muted anymore. I had to unmute. And I don't even know if the voice change is working properly. That's still been an issue. All right. We just had body horror. The nurse is dead. Doctor severely injured. I don't know what's wrong with that girl, but she's in my void.
All right. The Noctum. I'm gonna correct. You know, when I come in, Noctum tried to engulf the girl.
More than likely, by the time you got in, you just saw us kneeling by the doctor, me and Artemis.
I saw what now?
You would have seen Artemis and I kneeling over the doctor.
Oh, got it. All right. So the girl is still basically getting ready to attack.
No, she's nowhere to be seen. The girl or the nurse are nowhere to be seen.
Oh, so
yeah, he was able to subdue her by pulling her into the void.
Okay, so he did pull her out of the void. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was just telling you.
Right. And the nurse is gone as well, or she's dead.
Nurse is also in the void.
Oh, okay, got it.
All right, let me say it again. The nurse is dead. The girl is in the void.
Got it.
Both the nurse and the girl are in the void. The nurse is definitely dead.
All right. What I do is I kneel down the doctor. I turn back into solid form. I kneel over the doctor and I have. Let's see. Skills.
Well, in the meantime, I'm going to reach out to the penthouse since I know that the fucking team is there. The
Mhm.
hazmat team is there.
Mhm.
Got it. I'm gonna when I become solid, I'm gonna basically use my first aid, I guess, to check on the pulse of the doctor.
Okay. It's his vitals
Yellow.
are extraordinarily faint, and you can tell he's critical. His he was only wearing scrubs, but
Right.
those were, for the most part, they were not torn away, but his the top half of his gown was pretty much gone from the damage, and his entire sternum is purple and black.
Okay.
So you probably have a collapsed lung.
Right. Well, I instruct both Artemis and Doctor to do whatever they can. I will do. Does Artemis have first aid or any kind of medical skills as well? No.
Lou,
Yeah.
with the way that he's breathing, as shallow as it is,
Uh-huh.
does he have? Is it signs of a collapsed lung?
Yeah, I'll give you that. And yes, the answer is yes.
Right.
It's like gurgling
Well,
sounds.
I said this man needs as much medical attention as possible. Do we have any other medical staff? Do we have
Yes.
other?
Yes, we have more than one doctor on site.
So we just I basically just say we need to get this man as comfortable as possible and
We need to get him up on side of a gurney.
right. What I'll do is I'll use my force field powers to kind of like create like a kind of like a makeshift
Just make him a really stiff pallet to pick him up to keep his body from shifting and put him onto the gurney right here. There's a clean gurney right here.
Yeah, that's
I don't know if you can call it clean anymore.
Well, I basically use it to lift him up and move him, and
Yeah, but he's gonna have to stay in this room until we are absolutely sure he's not contaminated.
There is a way to help take some of this pressure off of his sternum and everything else like that to help him breathe a little bit better. I know how to do it.
Lou, I'm taking a look.
A few times.
Lou, I'm taking a look at him. I mean, I've got paramedic training. How bad is this?
I just have first aid, so I
Yeah, you're all above him. Both his eyes, his eyes are blood. His blood vessels and his irises are just completely blown. There's blood coming from his ears. His breathing is ragged. There's signs of a collapsed lung, possibly, well, not two, but there's definitely signs of a collapsed lung. It looks like the ribs on his right side have been crushed.
Oh, that's crushed?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
All right.
So the amount of force that she was pushing against him crushed that part of his body.
All right. So at this point, I look at Emerald. Emerald, we need to get him to ER now. We don't have the facilities here.
Lou.
Yes.
Quick question. Out of character. Hero points. What can they be used for?
Rerolls. They could be used to guarantee success on a skill roll. They have a lot of uses similar to the way that they're used in Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, damn. Well, because I had an idea what I was going to do. Try to help this guy out. I was going to try to use my hero point and slit my wrist and let the nanites in my bloodstream go into his bloodstream and start healing him.
But you don't need a hero point for that. You just need to take the action.
I do it then.
Okay.
I take out one of my sharp arrows. I go across above his mouth.
What are you doing?
If you're squeamish, I wouldn't look. And I cut across my wrist.
Again, what are you doing?
Putting my nanites inside of his body to heal him. The nanites are automatically going to go to the cut anyway, so to try to close it up. So I'm going to squeeze out as much as I possibly can, a little bit as I can, go into his body to help heal him. While they're active, they're going to go right to the trouble spots in him.
That's going to work?
Artemis,
Is this before?
Artemis, I suggest you do it over the wounds.
Okay, I do it over his wounds then. Whichever wounds that are open, I do it over his wounds.
Okay.
Hold on.
Well, in the meantime, I'm going to instruct security to keep the base on lockdown, but also run a full sweep of both the security AI and our mainframe systems to make sure that we're not compromised.
Okay. All right. So first things first. Roll 1d4. 1 to 2 is 1. 2 to 3 to 4 is 2. This is hit point damage that you're going to be taking.
Say what now? I'm taking what?
Hit point damage because you're using your own blood,
right,
in order to heal him. So
let's see. My hit points are at. Holy crap! I only got 2 hit points.
What?
I'm joking. No,
I was going to say, what the
joking.
hell? I'm looking at it like, wait, no, that's not right. Holy shit.
Self-sacrifice.
What the hell you been doing?
Vaping. I learned it by watching you, okay?
Okay, that's funny. It's you, all right? I learned it from you.
No, for me, I drink.
Just roll the 1d4, please. Jesus Christ.
Roll 1d4?
You know what? For the amount of healing that you're attempting to do with this guy, 2 points. You take 2 hit points of damage.
Or what?
That's it. Just the 2. For using your own blood and pouring the nanites into him. Obviously, you're going to be able to heal that, but hit point damage is a significant loss of your life. In blood, in my view, is hit point damage.
Okay.
So you do that. You don't necessarily see immediate effects, but you can see some of the bruising starting to the discoloration is starting to fade. But he suffered significant, extensive damage. I will say that Artemis is not 100% sure that what she's doing is going to work, but the effort is noted. So I will give you a hero point for that.
Okay, 2 hero points. Cool.
All right.
So I look at my wrist and watch it heal back up.
All right. So actually, it's 1 hero point per session. So just 1. They don't stack. Now, so it's basically use or lose. This is what you want to do.
Right.
Okay. Now, you got security running. You got security. They're continuing the lockdown, running the security sweeps through the security AI. What is Emerald doing?
At this point, after I've watched Artemis do what she.
After Artemis does some bloody shit, and you're like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Which is understandable.
She's not squeamish.
At this point, she done murdered, helped facilitate the murder of several dozen people.
Look at her getting her chops. All right, she's cutting her baby teeth.
Ah.
So
what is it? What in fact is Artemis doing? Not Artemis.
After,
Emerald. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, the man is obviously on the gurney. What I'll do is I'm gonna.
The doctor is incoming, by the way.
Okay, good. And Noctum already headed towards the penthouse.
No, I haven't moved. I was doing communication.
No, he was working with getting the facility secured.
All right. I'm just gonna briefly address both Noctum and Artemis. Crimson Sage was saying that the being that the girl that you captured, or Chen, what was the girl's name? Right?
Lily Chen.
Yeah, Lily Chen somehow became some kind of supernatural zombie, and that my light abilities would be able to help. I made her ultraviolet light, and that she now somehow transformed. Did she have any kind of discoloration when you attacked her?
No.
Wait, what?
She had any coloration to her skin.
When her arms were extended, yes.
Oh, and arms was extended. Yes, they were. But
Agreed.
I figured 2 arrows put an end to that. So,
No, she was doing something different as I pulled her into the void.
yeah, she was. Well, what did you see when you were pulling her into the void?
This distortion of the face, some kind of. She was smiling, and this distortion of her face, and some kind of. I mean, you said that like there was the ooze.
It was turning. It was turning into that gray.
Right. So there was further discoloration. Further discoloration of the face, some kind of grayish color.
Picture, if you will, if you guys seen Clash of the Titans, the new one with Sam, whatever his name is, Sam
Worthington.
Worthington, when
You're right.
when his companion got turned into stone by Medusa.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That it just started on her cheek to spread out just as you pulled her in.
All right.
Now Crimson's suggesting that with his, I guess based on his knowledge of the supernatural, maybe he based it off of that. But I was attacked by something like that when I got to the office building after you guys.
The apartment buildings.
Yeah,
The soldier you was talking about.
yeah. That after you guys left, the person seemed like they were inhuman, and they had the same kind of discoloration. Correct, Lou?
Similar.
All right. But when I spoke to you, you said that person was dead. Is it a possibility that these people were maybe affected by that drug that they told us about?
Solomon Grundy.
Grundy? I'm not sure if Crimson Sage is correct about it being some kind of supernatural zombie. Maybe they both had some kind of weird mutation and were affected by a Solomon Grundy strand of some sort, and maybe it makes them sort of reanimate or gives them some kind of abilities. We need to find some way to contain them so we can do more investigation. So maybe chance Lily gets released somewhere where we can contain her. Um, somebody can do some kind of analysis on her to find out if she's even still alive in that. And if so, maybe there's an antidote or some kind of treatment.
Well, Lou, I'm going to look around to see if there is anything left, any bits of her that are here in the room.
No. You guys didn't use anything to penetrate her skin, so no.
Okay.
Not yet.
Let me correction. No, I said correction. He's right. Not yet. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I have a question, just out of character right now. Is this what's happening right now, currently in their location, on open comms, or just between the three of you?
Just between the three.
Between the three. So I made yeah, this would be the point where I would make it in open comms. No, open comms communication. Threat subdued in void.
Okay, what's that? Because I could hardly understand it.
Threat subdued.
Subdued.
All right. Did anybody else get hurt?
The girl, the doctor.
No, outside of the nurse and the doctor. Did anybody else
Nurse
get
is
touched?
dead. Doctor is
negative.
Ribs.
Okay. Emerald, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Can you just shine your light on the doctor?
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll illuminate the doctor. I'll create a strand. I'll create a light band of ultraviolet, as you suggested, while I do it. So I basically just kind of like take my hand and almost like a flashlight, like up and down the body of doctor.
Also, before you do that, just before you do that, put a force field over it.
I think I'll be okay.
Just in case.
There's
Well,
already
not-
a force field in the doctor because Emerald did that already. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Illuminating your hand and passing it along the length of his body as the other physician comes in. We'll give him a name. We'll call him Dr. Connors, and he and you know your hand goes across his body. Doesn't seem like there's any changes. If you're looking for any visceral changes, there are none, with the exception of the remaining nanites as they're doing their work to break up the clotted blood it's swelling up in his skin.
Does my ultraviolet see anything else? Anything else on the body though, or is it having any adverse effect to the body as I'm shining?
At the moment, the only thing that you're able to see are the nanites as they're moving through his body. So that seems odd, but any like Artemis would be in that scenario. Your characters would know this. You're passing it. You see it. You question it. Like it raises that immediate question, and Artemis would point out, no, those are my nanites. That's not what we're looking for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's my nanites. That's me.
Yeah.
All right, so that's not affected. Then either that or he wasn't infected, or it could just be some brand new strand altogether, like you said.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, guys, the train situation is under control. Thank God. They got the passengers off, but they've encountered 2 more of these things at that location that Twitch was able to dispatch, at least for the moment. We hope. Obviously, I had to get in contact with Agent Smith for the containment of all of this, and the tower. So they were able to stop the train, so there was no collision. So at least we got that much out of the way. And I'm en route to meet up with Agent Smith at the moment to give him a sit rep of what's going on, because we're gonna definitely need help with this. Listen, we're not equipped right now to tackle every single incident if it pops off, and I'm expecting more than this to come up. This is not isolated by any means.
Lou?
Yeah.
I'm going to inform the hazmat team,
Mm-hmm.
FBI field office, CDC, and NYPD of what just transpired. In fact, I will send them video.
Okay.
We have something going on here.
Now, question, guys. We do have the video. They may not be able to recognize that it's Lillian Chen, but do we provide that information?
I am giving full disclosure on the incident that took place this year.
Okay,
They need
now,
to know what happened.
Same here.
all right. There's one thing I need to let you guys know so you can make your final choice on this. Only reason I bring that up is because Twitch has made us aware that they know him and they're trying to pin us with all the things that happen. So whomever we took Lillian Chin from knows we took her from them. And by exposing that video and being forthcoming may help us, but it also may hurt us. So this is the reason I'm bringing up this decision. It's a critical one for you guys.
All right. So I look at Emerald. And full disclosure is the best bet at this moment.
I agree.
Say what now?
I agree.
So be transparent then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I need to know. So when I get in contact with Agent Smith, I will let him know, and I'm expecting your upload.
Are you teleporting? No, Noctum, are you teleporting back to Penthouse?
Wait, Lou, before. So I am not telling them about this physical location. I
Sure.
let them know what the situation is.
Yep.
All right. So they have the video feed. They have the data on us getting Lily Chen back and her being in medical, and then this started.
Mm-hmm.
So all the video we have of the situation will be uploaded to the FBI, to CDC, to the hazmat team, and to NYPD.
So you're
Which I'm
you're
sure will
curating
inform the
it
whole-
to eliminate any mention of the base and its location.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Knock them. Question. In doing so, is there any way that they can trace that back to you guys?
Trace what back?
The video feed. Can they piggyback off of that signal and find your location?
No,
No.
everything's encrypted.
Okay. Just to let
Not
you know.
only is not only is everything encrypted, but I've already informed base security to
Very-
do a full sweep and triple up on security.
Definitely, because I've done the same thing on the penthouse, and they're having difficult time locating these guys. But there's definitely a breach.
Well,
I just don't know
after-
how. I just don't know how extensive it's been.
Well, I'm going to get on it after I get the initial details. So, Lou, I want to get feedback from the CDC. First, I'm letting them know that I need feedback from them on advice because I currently have the threat locked away.
Okay.
And it's going to have to go somewhere.
Okay. We'll come back to that because there's going to be some. There might be a couple of different layers that I need to address individually with you. So let me switch gears, and before I do, Artemis, Emerald, what are your actions before I move to the other team?
My actions is go ahead, Emerald.
No, you first.
I was gonna tell the hazmat team
that's at the penthouse.
That's at the penthouse.
Mm-hmm.
So get ready to receive somebody if we're going back to the penthouse. Because I was gonna piggyback a ride off Noctum because he can teleport.
Okay.
No, we're all going through the base teleportation.
All right. So and out of respect, because this is my first time actually here at this place, and me being in the line of work that I am in, I know nothing of this lighthouse.
I know nothing.
I know nothing. I didn't see anything. We wound up going to some other little location.
You don't even know it's a lighthouse. You just know it's a facility.
No, what?
You don't know. If I'm correct, I'm sorry, out of character. I don't think you even know that it's in a lighthouse. You just
No, you would just teleport it into the
shaped,
underground
like
facility.
a lighthouse?
You don't know.
No.
You have no idea.
How do I not know it's shaped like a
Because
lighthouse?
you got teleported directly into the facility.
Yeah.
You're inside the facility, so
Right.
you don't know where you're at.
Yeah.
You have no details except the room you were in and this room. And moving from the teleportation facility to an elevator to the medical area.
Right.
All that.
Is the room round?
So you could either be underground or in a building, but there are no there's no exterior windows, essentially.
Yeah, the rooms are regular shape.
Yeah.
Regular box.
Okay. No, that's cool. So Emerald, what are you doing, if anything?
Oh, I'm just gonna basically say good job with the containment, everybody. Hopefully the doctor will recover. Quick thinking, that was good. Quick thinking, Artemis. Think you knocked him. Let's try to finish out this case and see what else we can do. And then I accompany them to the teleporter.
Okay.
I'll leave talking to Mayor's office to you.
Okay.
All right. So on a side note, I reconsidered the hero points. You can keep them. Maximum is going to be 5 at any point. All right.
No problem.
Okay.
We get one hero point per session.
No, you earn the hero points, and you can earn up to 5 to be able to be used.
And how? And you address us when we had those hero points.
Correct. Okay. Now, so going back to the other group. Now, mind you, it's about 3 a.m. So that leaves you 5.5 hours until the deadline is passed.
Right.
Okay. Now, you finally meet up with Smith, and midpoint. Let's just say it's a commercial building. Between two commercial buildings, he's parked right outside. He's smoking a cigarette as you approach.
Okay. So
Puts it out finally. He's like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
So bring up the video feed so I can show him real time what Twitch just finished dealing with in the train.
Pause. How are you doing that? What are you using? You have an iPad? What do you use?
Yeah.
I want to keep it in my head. I'm visualizing.
No, I get it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a pad, right? So I can show him real time what he uploaded and who he uploaded it to.
Okay.
Right. And I'm going to let him know this is what Twitch was just dealing with, our asset at the train. Now, it was being remote controlled out of it was being remote controlled to go into an excessive speed.
So again, I'm gonna pause you right there. Noctum and Twitch had met up with you at this location, correct? Not Noctum. I'm sorry. Fortune Teller. Twitch and Fortune Teller.
Fortune Teller.
I apologize. Yeah.
I gave him the coordinates. I know Fortune Teller just made the decision to make it to the location. I don't know if Twitch is making it to the location.
Yeah. Well, Twitch has a head start. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, Twitch arrives as you're having this conversation. Fortune Teller a minute later.
Okay. So I expressed to him the train was being operated by remote control by some individuals.
I need you to speak a little louder. I can barely hear you.
Me?
Yeah.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. So I pretty much break it down to him. The incident that I just showed him, that was there were two similar targets with the runaway train, and the fact that I asked him if he has any information on Night Sky and security. What was the name of that security again? Twitch. That he's there.
Hold on. It was Eclipse. Eclipse Security Solutions.
Eclipse Shield Security Solutions.
Thank you. So I tell them that these are involved, and they may be the places where they're holding the hostages.
Okay, so first things first, as he's looking at the video, he's like, Jesus, what is that?
Unidentified right now.
So is that one of the kids? It's the footage is we're not talking, Star Wars, fancy jet fighter, fancy space fighters, but shitty security footage. We're talking like 4K resolution. She's like, that's one of the kids. That's.
So I tell him, I do not know. Like I said, right now it's unidentified. We have not had the time to go over.
What do you mean it? This isn't her? This is something else.
I don't know. I told you. We don't know what's going on. All I'm giving you is the information that I know that it's off the tape. We haven't been able to review it because everything's happening right now. The reason I'm bringing you in is to bring you up to speed, and the fact that there may be other incidents that about to pop up.
And you're thinking they're all connected?
Yes.
How?
That's where Night Sky and Eclipse Security Solutions come in.
So, well, okay. What we can do is dance around the fringes here, but you do understand that there's such a thing as a constitution. We can't just start looking into businesses or people without a warrant, and that we're not going to get one at 3:30 in the morning.
I understand that, and we haven't done anything outside the law. What we've been doing is researching the information that's already public, and there are already inconsistencies. So at that point, I reach out to.
It's like, yeah. Speaking of inconsistencies, Agent Sage.
Hold on. I reach out to the penthouse.
No. Before you do
Before
any
you
of that, he interjects because the word.
What I'm trying to tell you is I'm telling the command to the text before he even interjects.
Go ahead.
To send me the information.
Okay.
He could try to interject, but I'm giving them that order. I need whatever information you got now.
Okay. Information in what regards? What are you talking about?
As far as the night sky and as far as the eclipse, what they've been able to find out.
Okay. They've been hacking them, just so that we're clear.
I understand that, but he doesn't know that.
Okay. Well, he also all right. So they download that information, and he says, speaking of inconsistencies, as the information is starting to be displayed on the pad,
he's not getting that. He's just seeing the video.
So where is the information coming to?
I just showed him the video. Then I'm taking the tablet back.
Okay.
Okay, maybe I didn't say that. Okay.
Yeah, you didn't.
Okay, I'm just chill. The only thing he's seen is just a video. That's it.
Okay. So he says, speaking of inconsistencies, Agent Sage, there was no order for you to take point on this op. So you're butting into you essentially barged into my operation unlawfully, without orders, without direction. It really wasn't hard for me to figure it out, not to mention the fact that the two very rich people that you pissed off happened to wake up a lot of folks in the middle of the night, and some questions are being asked. And one of them is why you were there. Now, I'm asking that question because it seemed as if nobody in the command structure that I report to knew you were even there. So you care to explain that to me?
Oh, butt cake.
Okay, so no, I wasn't sanctioned.
Take a suspension. Take him back home with you.
He's just standing there like
No.
He's just standing there looking at him like
it was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Very calmly, I tell him, no, I wasn't sanctioned. It's just a matter. The case is very important because of what's happening.
Your case.
No.
What case? There is no case. The only case that I have is 4 kidnapped prima donnas, 4 kidnapped kids of some very, very rich and influential people that want them back. Now you're saying that they're monsters, and if that's to be believed, that's what they're become. If this is just one of them, it stands to reason that they're all compromised. So now that's a bigger problem.
Yes, which is the reason why I was trying to get ahead of that. Unfortunately, I did go about it the wrong way. But then again, who is to believe that they're going to become something like this?
It doesn't play in that really doesn't play right now. And the reason why I say that,
of course not,
is because you took it upon yourself to hide this information from me when, if you had been upfront with me, maybe I could have been able to pull some strings, but you had me get a helicopter without your authorization, without any real authorization. So now I'm embroiled in this shit. So you need to figure this out.
And I'm trying to make it right.
By getting me deeper into this, by showing me shit that I don't even know where this footage came from. Where is this footage coming from?
It was from a quarantine site.
A quarantine site. So is it a sanctioned? Is it a GSTF site? Who quarantined them, and what site are we talking?
I cannot disclose that.
Of course not. Why would you be able to disclose that? That would make the most sense in this situation.
Of course. But unfortunately, I do not have the authority to disclose that.
What do you mean you... So...
Understand. Hold on. I understand how upset you are. I get it. If I were in your shoes, I'd be livid myself.
Oh, would you? Would you now? And how would you resolve this situation if you were in my shoes? Agent Sage.
This is what I'm trying to accomplish right now with you, is to try to resolve this and also get you out of the fire. That I put you in there inadvertently.
No, I think it was completely verdantly.
if that were the case, then I would have thrown you under the bus also. Come on now. Seriously? I'm trying to work with you. Honestly. The problem is that there's certain things that are happening right now that think about it like this. If I would have told you there's a creature that's basically able to crush some human by just pressing them up against the wall, would you believe me?
Are you seriously going to ask me? Are you going to ask me that, knowing that there is a division under the U.S. Under the U.S. Charter of Homeland Security, specifically designed to deal with these types of threats?
But that's for superpowers and stuff like that. Who is going to believe it's a zombie or zombie-like?
Who believes that people can fly and shoot laser beams out of their asses? Everything is possible at this point.
Okay, so
LaFleur.
All right, so you're one of the ones that are more open-minded. Unfortunately, not everybody is like that, and I couldn't risk it. And that unfortunately caused the situation that is right now. Now,
so what's the play?
If we can move past this, then we can work together.
So I don't know that we're going to be able to move past it. I just need to know what the play is, Agent Sage.
Well, what the play is, as far as, like I said, there's a couple of inconsistencies about Night Sky and Eclipse.
And I'm telling you that unless you're going to continue to break the law, there is very little that we can do at this point to get information on a hunch. Unless you have some solid proof that I can take to a judge right now, there's nothing I can do. Correction. Unless you have solid proof that was legally obtained that I can take to a judge.
I'm trying to recall if there's anything that we did get that will be legal. We're working on it.
So you're going to have to work harder. And if you don't mind, I need to get some fucking sleep, because now I may not be an agent by the end of the week. If this, at the current rate of you withholding information and doing this pseudo dark shit that you've been onto.
It's a hot time in the old town tonight.
Fine, I deserve that.
Oh, you think?
Right. Okay, so by now, fortune teller and Twitch are there, right?
Yes.
All right.
No, we've been there for quite some time watching you dance around your words. And
no, I know you've been. No. I know you've been there for some time.
Oh, I'm sitting there sipping a small cup of cognac.
All you hear is
see what the fuck you're saying.
Boy, Steve, I would love for Steve Irwin to narrate this. Right now, we are seeing
Crikey
Sage get his buttocks chewed out. Crikey, look at the agent go right at him.
Here we have Mexican Totalis sweating his balls off.
No, Luke, crikey. Looks like a waterfall.
All right,
when they came
go ahead.
comment, I believed in it.
Wait, say that again.
What?
When they came out with the zombie comment, I said, "Oh, I believe in zombies." I came on and said that. Oh, I believe in zombies.
Okay, and they turn to you like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And then go back to their conversation.
Not only that, I'm gonna say
they basically give you this eye.
Machine. Tell him about the man in your machine.
Oh. So what the fuck is he talking about? What man in this machine?
So I told him about the unfortunately, I'm gonna have to use my terms. I told him about the decker that hacked my computer. That hacked into my computer and took over my car.
Okay. This is a lot to process here. So you're saying there's zombies, you're saying there's hackers, and what the
Zombie
fuck is like,
hackers.
seriously, what are you wearing? And why does it look like it's been shot up?
You never heard of cosplay? Oh.
Touche LaFleur.
He turns to you, Sage, and points at he's like, is he serious right now?
Unfortunately, yes.
He's like, sir, I don't really know you, and I know you're with him, and he hangs around all kinds of interesting people. But if you don't mind, what's the play here, Sage?
All right.
As
so
he takes
now,
out another cigarette and lights it. He's just like, fuck.
I just started this job. I'm still on probation.
I'm getting too over this shit.
You just started. You're 19.
All right. So I step away for a second, and I go. So Emerald, what's the play? Because this is all going up. This is all on open comm, so they're listening to my.
The number you have reached is no longer in service.
You have been disavowed.
They're listening to my being chewed the fuck out. But they understand I can't give any information because, one, I don't know all of it. And two, I can't give them all the proprietary for what you guys are doing. So
You do realize you can get arrested.
Of course I know. But what choice do I have now? The only ally we've got is him.
We're about to lose him.
Well, this is the reason why I'm reaching out to you, Emerald. What is the play?
You sound like you're doing fine on your own. So, what we're going to do is try to see if the hazmat team can assist us. The hazmat team that Artemis was able to procure can assist us with the captured little Chen, and see if they can discover anything. If you feel like you want to bring in the agent, as we assess what the problem is, feel free.
It's already the end.
Okay.
So far in these finding Christmas presents.
We'll be back to the penthouse very, very shortly.
Okay. So I guess the best way is to bring it back to the penthouse. It'll at least buy us some time to find out what other information we can clean up.
Wait,
so that way.
but I thought we were at the penthouse.
No.
We can filter what information we've gotten so far with regards to cleaning it up, so that way he can have something to use. So that way, if we do need warrants or require warrants, he can get them. So while we're coming back, I would ask that of the team that's already at the site at the penthouse.
Say it again.
Okay, we've been digging up information on Night Sky and Eclipse, right? Obviously on Eagle. What we need to do is clean up that information. What would we have been able to get legally?
Pause. Are you having this conversation out in the open in front of him?
No, I told you I'm stepping away to the side, way over, and it's not a loud conversation.
Okay.
Okay, so what are you trying to do with Night Sky? With Night Sky, and what was the other one?
Night Sky and Eclipse.
What are you trying to figure out with them?
Well, we've already determined that there's multitude of individuals that are under both payrolls, and that came about because
I'm correct; those are called employees.
Also, the fact that the two security guards that were under watch at the location in the garage didn't do anything about the two individuals that were in combat gear holding the girl hostage.
Maybe they didn't have the capabilities to handle the situation and felt out of their depth.
Or maybe they didn't know anything about the guys up on the 10th floor.
Although you can see it on the screen, because we saw it on the screen when we infiltrated.
Are you assuming that these people are plants for these companies? Is that what you're asking me?
What we're assuming is that they're working together in tandem, and yes, they are plants or part of the larger organization.
Please stop assuming anything. You just make an ass out of you. What we need to do is have more evidence. We have no evidence that these people,
That's why I'm asking of the team to clean it up to see what evidence we can provide to assist Agent Smith.
What are we cleaning up? No, you're not explaining what's got to be cleaned up. What needs to be cleaned up? The only thing I saw at the penthouse, at the office building when I went to go assist, was some half dead person that was killed that attacked me, and when I blasted, apparently half their bodies went apart. Then, if I'm correct, you guys had an assessment that that person was another individual that had gone missing for a number of weeks and um, didn't have any kind of military um, didn't have any military background. I think it was Mark Anderson. Is that correct?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mr. Anderson, no military background whatsoever.
Right.
But yet he was trained like one.
Right. But so we don't know. There's got to be a lot there. This case is coming up with more questions than answers, but everything is obviously tied together to one thing. So we are Artemis, Noctum, and I are on our way back to the penthouse, and we're gonna get the hazmat team to put Lily Chen in quarantine, and we'll all be there to stand by to make sure she doesn't get out of control because apparently she's exhibiting some type of superpowered abilities, but we don't know what they're from. We don't know if it's from this, if the drug has any kind of adverse effect or what have you. So just let the agent know that he can be that we want him in on this so he can visually see him for himself what we're facing, because obviously if there are going to be more victims like Lily and like this Mr. Anderson person, the whole case is to see if we can find and prevent this from happening to not just the other abductees, but the city itself. This could be a widespread pathogen of some sort that they're trying to do, create a mass hysteria, mass panic, and stuff like that. So let's just take a beat and bring everybody back so we can figure all this out. So Emerald out. Click.
So Em, after you're done talking, I look over to her and I say, "This might be the plague they were talking about unleashing. Something like this getting out into the public and just running rampant."
Exactly.
No.
That's exactly.
This is bad, man. This is bad.
I agree.
Bad.
But we have to see what we have to. We don't have amongst the three of us. We don't have anybody in our group, I believe, that has that kind of professional biological knowledge or anything. And so we can find a way where we can find.
I'm going to work with the hazmat team. I've given information to the CDC, the FBI, and NYPD, so they're aware of what's going on. And at this point, it's up to you to talk to the mayor's office. You handle that political shit.
I'll handle that. I'll reach out to my resource. Again, right now the next step is containment and an assessment and see what is going on, because we still have to see or find where these other people are. Now, I don't deny that the Night Sky Holdings facility doesn't need to be investigated. But again, I think the theory that the other abductees could be held at other locations, we can definitely look into that and see where there are other facilities are there that they have city guards running, and then we can probably investigate each of those.
Copy. In the meantime, I'm going to talk to the hazmat team, since they're right here, and find out what solutions there are. They might have to take a look at the nurse first to see how bad the situation could be before I let Lily out. I'm expecting we're going to need full physical and biological containment.
All right. When we get to the penthouse, I'm going to check back in on the.
Pause for a second. Noctum, you and Artemis went back to the penthouse, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
So-
believe, I believe all three. I believe all three.
Yeah, all three of us did go. I wanted to talk directly to the hazmat
Hazmat.
team
Okay. Okay.
because they got the video. That probably is some surprising shit.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
I think that's putting it mildly. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna stick with group one first. As Sage and the rest of the group were having your side conversation, Agent Smith, he takes one pull. He takes a final pull of his cigarette, stamps it out, starts reaching for another one out of his pack, and he's like, "So, how are you two guys involved in this? You don't look the type." He's like, "You don't look the super spy type. Clearly, you don't match the super spy type. Doing the sweep with his cigarette hand to you, fortune teller." So what's your deal? And what's that accent? Is that from is that like Yugoslavian or Chechen, Russian? I can't really place it because you're doing
I
such
say
a
Scandinavian.
you're doing such a shitty accent. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't say that part. But
This isn't crushing head. Okay, so now
I think it's Scandinavian.
It's
No.
I do the voice of Klaus in American
He's like,
Dad.
that's what it is. It sounds like what's that show? What We Do in Shadows. It's like sort of like like what is that? Kiwi. What is those Kiwi? The Hobbit people.
Iceland.
Oh, really? It's just not. Okay. It's like so. I'm assuming you're here illegally. Kidding.
No.
Doesn't matter at this point. It's like,
Or does it?
it's like kidding. Doesn't matter at this point. Clearly. So what's
kick him off the sidewalk right under the Final Destination bus? What the hell is that, man?
it's like so? Like how do you two figure into this?
We're
I'm a
just
mechanic.
acquaintances.
So he's like a mechanic.
Yeah, I'm just a mechanic.
So,
And I am an acquaintance. And my get up, you don't watch Mad TV? The Spy versus Spy?
No.
Wow.
I stop and I look at him.
That's the look he gives you. He's like, no.
We both give him the same look. I bet me and the agent.
Like,
All three, actually, because by that time I come back and I go,
No, you don't.
no. You're stopping your
conversation.
conversation. He's like, no. Okay.
I'm gonna go to Twitch and be like, Fairy boy, you're not from here. You don't know nothing about Spy versus Spy.
Wait a minute. Now I remember you. There's an APB out on you. He's pointing at you.
APB out on who?
On who?
Twitch.
On you.
Me?
Yeah. So he just turns his head. He's like, it's the ears.
Ah! Ha ha! Oh!
It's
I'm
like
gonna
it's-
take 2 steps away from him. Seems
like-
like you've been caught, my friend.
It's like
Oh, look at this guy. What do you mean caught? I ain't
something
get
about
caught.
evading police or causing a like a possible Homeland Security terrorism act of terrorism, something to that effect.
Wow.
Nah,
He's like, please tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
You're
It's not
wrong.
me.
He's like, yeah,
Absolutely, you're wrong.
He's like, yeah, I thought so. Sage, a moment.
Uh-oh. So coming over, and I'm like, oh, okay. So play's gonna be.
It's like,
so you
whoa,
can see the-
whoa. Cool your jets here. It's like, I'm not sure if you're up on the latest in FBI technology, but there was an APB with matching his description that was put out maybe about 30 minutes ago. Something about evading capture and causing a disturbance, possible terrorist threats and acts of terror. You happen to know anything about that?
That couldn't be possible because he was stuck on a train for over 30 minutes.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. It hasn't been 30 minutes that he has been on that train. That's one. 2, let's just say the timing coincides with his positioning at that apartment tower.
That's okay, but still, he could have been in that dream 30 minutes.
Okay, now I get where you're going with that. Now he's like, really?
Thank you.
So he's just like, Agent Sage, you're not really gonna try to dig another hole there, are you?
No, this is the reason why we're asking you to come with us to the penthouse, so that way you can see what's going on.
To come with you, with the
Yes.
guy who's wanted on terrorism charges, potential terrorism charges.
Okay, have you charged him officially? Is he under arrest? Is he a person of interest? No, no, and no.
So one of those
yes,
is
yes and yes.
One of those is one of those is a yes.
So at this point in time, all you need to do is just go over with us to the penthouse, so you can see the person that got captured, and you can get eyes on whoever it is. You said that they're suspiciously like the person that got captured, that was kidnapped. So now you can identify whether it is or it isn't.
To what end? Because I would have to report this.
I know that. This is the reason why we're bringing you. So it can become transparent. And that way, all this cloak and dagger shadow thing that I've been doing can end. Like I said, I am trying to work with you. I'm not trying to throw you under the bus.
It's funny because I hear one coming. All right, let's go.
So take me back to penthouse.
All right, so you guys, he's like, no. We'll take my car.
Okay.
He's like, and he rolls the windows up in there.
FBI holding facility.
Yeah, right. He was like,
Good
arrest
job,
him.
Smith. You just got promoted.
Okay. So knocked him. Now you, the first person you reach, and I'm gonna write this down for myself as much as anything else.
Is who?
Is run the list by me again. You were gonna call the FBI.
CDC.
All right.
CDC.
FBI, CDC, NYPD, the hazmat team. I just wrote it down in my notes.
All right, the hazmat team that's already at your facility, yes?
Yeah,
The
Okay.
ones,
Yeah.
the ones I,
and the rest is the CDC, the FBI, and NYPD.
Okay. So
Hazmat team,
let's
yeah.
start with the hazmat team. All right.
So I'm their contact. So
no, that's fine.
pass
I
it.
mean, they're
But
going to defer to Artemis first, but unless you just bogart the conversation.
no, what I do is I tell them, he has something, well, I can tell you what it is. He can add on more knowledge of what.
Okay, so the
we're
first
dealing
person
with.
that you meet is the one in charge. His name is Lieutenant Greggs.
Lieutenant Greggs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So he's the lead.
How you doing, Lieutenant?
All right.
Lou,
Yes.
All right.
check your texts. I want to do one thing before I
For
Okay, hold
this
on.
situation, I will need a couple. You may need a couple of armed guys,
Okay.
suited up as well. Knocked him. The floor is yours. I take a step back. Lieutenant Greggs, this is Knocked him, Lieutenant Greggs.
So,
So the first thing I do is turn down the shadow cloak.
yeah, because
Oh,
he's
I
just
forgot you full spawn.
he's
My
just
bad.
like So that's a guy. That's
LT, it's technology. Don't worry, you're safe.
So well then it's a lucky thing you can't smell what's in this suit.
Very lucky.
It's a lot of
Another
that going
hazmat
on.
scene.
It's like,
All right.
it's a good thing I can clean up what I just did in this suit.
Even better.
Be advised, I have what seems to be a supernatural threat that might be contagious.
Hold on. It sounded like you said a supernatural threat, like
Yes.
ghosts and goblins and demons and shit like that.
Some kind of mutation.
Quite
You
possible.
realize
Or
that
STD.
we are a hazmat team, hazardous materials.
Oh, she's
Right.
hazardous.
She definitely qualifies as hazardous. The Shadow Scale Syndicate indicated that they would unleash a plague. This seems to be the first step of that plague.
So he's with like a team of about 6, and he's just turning. He's like, shadow scale. What are you talking about?
Oh, there is so much that you are not aware of right now.
It's like I think it's a good thing that I'm not. It's like we were under orders to process hazardous materials. Do you have that or not? Because it doesn't look like anything is hazardous here.
Yes, I do.
Okay. You want to walk us to it, so we can get our mobile lab set up?
It's mobile lab. It's not that simple. It's LT.
Okay.
It's dangerous to release the living subject because it was highly aggressive.
So it's biological.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You could have led with that.
There was,
just letting you know.
Out of character, I did.
Okay. Well, I didn't hear it. I apologize. But and you know what? Not for nothing, but he probably wouldn't have heard it considering you were still in your shadow form.
Right. I do have, unfortunately, another subject that is dead. She was killed by the first one.
Okay, so standard autopsy. What are we doing? Chem panel, CBC. You want blood work, all that good stuff. All right.
Everything that you need to do.
It's like, do you have any diagnostic equipment here that maybe we can piggyback off of? Computers. We're mobile, perhaps a clean room that we could use or set up, or have to set up.
Yes.
Okay. Well, take us to it.
Most of what you need will be here.
Okay.
Not quite as sophisticated as your facilities.
Okay, that's fine. It's like we're pretty well equipped here, but we just need time and space.
All right. So I will lead them to the clean room we have here in the penthouse. Because we do have one. Give me a second, I'm double checking the Helios notes. I'm pretty sure we do have one. Safe house, penthouse. And the clean room, yep. Electronics lab and clean room, and of course medical lab. So we have the stuff that we would need. So I lead them to it. And when we get set up, I instruct the staff to secure this room for full hazmat as much as they can. And I also let security know to be on high alert. And I'm going to stay in this room with them in case I have to pull the dead nurse back in.
Okay.
Same here.
And I actually warned them, I need you to be advised, highly aggressive. And the possibility of the subject I'm going to put on the table coming back to animation is high.
Okay.
And with that, I pull the nurse out. I pull the nurse out of my void. So it was like I pull her out of my body and put her on the table.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
This ought to be fun.
Okay. The when you pull her out, they're like, Jesus, what the hell happened to her?
So the video did me well too.
So yeah, I saw that. It looked like a goddamn video game. This is
No, it was real.
like he's examining her extremities, looking at her face, her eyes, checking her pulse. She's like, well, she's clearly dead. All right.
I am intently watching.
He's
Make
like,
sure. The moment I see anything, the slightest twitch from her.
you're just staring at her like, twitch. All right. Now, throughout the examination, there's no issue that she does not twitch. No pun intended. And to twitch, he gives a standard autopsy of someone who has suffered from multiple blunt force traumas, and to where it's, you know, like her spleen has been crushed to a pulp, her liver, or all her internal organs, her chest has been crushed, her heart's been pierced by several shards from her rib cage. So she was in massive pain when she died. Yeah, he's just going through it. He's like, what the hell could have done this? It's like, it's like she had to have been under such pressure, like almost like like those car presses that crush cars. And you're saying that kid in that video that you showed me did this amount of damage to this poor girl.
Affirmative.
Yes.
And is she known to have metahuman powers?
Negative.
Nope.
So that's weird that they don't manifest that way. You said they're usually mutations from birth that manifest at puberty. Unless
He was in the custody, or she had been taken by a terrorist group, and they did threaten to unleash some kind of plague.
So there was some sort of mutant that, I mean, that explains why we're here, clearly. Sorry, I'm just trying to process this all. Where is that girl? Is she dead? Is she here? Is she locked up?
I point at myself. She's in here.
Pause.
So he's just like, hold the phone, and he takes a big step back. What are you talking about in here? Like, in spirit? What?
I have a trans-dimensional void.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend like I even know what the fuck you're talking about. So like some Star Trek type thing where you, like in another dimension type thing?
Yep, just about.
And you have it strapped to your chest.
Well, right now I just look like a dark, inky thing. I don't even look like I'm in military guard.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
Like he's just saying, and
yeah.
it's there. So
It's
are
inside
we? So he's like,
body,
are
yes.
we there? Are we in it? Or
Negative. No, it's a piece of highly advanced tech that I use.
his entire crew, Artemis, because Noctum is focused on him, but his entire crew is just like, what the fuck? They have whatever diagnostic equipment they have. They're just like, are we inside this thing? What's happening right now?
No, you're not. I'm trying to calm him down. No, you're not inside.
It's like,
LT,
okay.
I'm in control. LT, I'm in control of this. It will not affect anybody else unless I choose.
So we're not being bombarded with like gamma radiation or anything like that.
No.
Negative.
Because that means I would be bombarded.
It's
with
like,
gamma
I mean,
radiation, so.
that would be cool, sort of, but I kind of don't want that. All right, so
The other problem.
So where?
The other problem is when I grabbed this target. She was still active and extraordinarily aggressive. So I can't just drop her out here.
So she's not dead. She's inside you, and alive and conscious.
Theoretically, she was going through some kind of transformation, and I pulled her into my void.
So she's safe. We're safe here because she's in there. And if she's out of there, then we're not safe?
Correct.
We're not equipped for metas. I'm just throwing it out there.
I nod my head.
I'm not exactly sure if you guys don't seem equipped for metas.
Negative. I already contacted the CDC and the FBI and NYPD. Hopefully they can come up with a solution, because when I let her out, she has to be let out in a highly secure place.
I concur completely. And I don't want to be anywhere near that unless she's completely either deceased or restrained.
Well, I'm not trying to kill a little girl unless it's
So
absolutely
listen,
positively
he's
last
like,
name.
look, buddy. I know we're here to assist you. He says, buddy, but that's just a reflex. He's like, look, buddy. I know we're under orders to assist you here, but we're not under orders to get ourselves killed.
Oh, I'm not trying to get you killed either.
No.
I refuse to have
So,
anybody else
and
lose their
that's
life.
great to hear. Wonderful to hear. I want to help. I don't know how, considering everything you just told me.
All right. The victim here.
Very expressive with his hands.
All right. So the victim here, if you see any anomalies with her, any foreign material,
Oh, okay.
any foreign
So
biological agents,
it's just
anything along those lines.
We still have some chem panels to run, some DNA sequencing. That should take a couple minutes with the equipment that we have. So, yeah. After that, what's the plan here? What are we doing?
I'm waiting for feedback from CDC and FBI.
Okay. It's like you guys are really into the shit, huh?
Deeply.
I mean, this sounds pretty exciting to me, but just be glad that this suit is sealed. I'm sure I can speak for the rest of my crew. Yeah.
I nod my head in assent.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the last interaction, and then I'm going to stop the game here. You get a call from the CDC Containment and Quarantine Director by the name of Agent Marcus Donovan.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, how did you contacted him as Noctum or under a different pseudonym?
As Noctum.
Okay. So, Mr. Noctum, my name is Agent Marcus Donovan. I'm the Containment and Quarantine Director for the CDC. I understand you have a biological contamination that you're dealing with. How can we help? And are you safe?
Currently, I am safe. I have a dangerous biological contamination that is highly aggressive and some kind of supernatural or superpower being.
Did you say? Did I hear you correctly? Did you say supernatural?
Either superpower or supernatural. Still haven't sussed out the entire set of details, but whatever she or it is at this point, it's very powerful. It literally crushed two human beings to a pulp, killing one.
Puts his hand over the mic and leans back, and you can. Then he notices the camera's still on. He turns the camera off. And he comes back. He's like, when you say aggressive, is it a like a biological agent or a chemical? It's like it's a nuclear, biological, or chemical. What
it's a being, living or unliving. I'm not sure. We haven't had a chance to examine it any further than me capturing it.
So it's a metahuman.
Of some type, yes.
Okay.
You've seen the video?
We saw the video. We're still. I got to be honest, Mr. Noctum. A lot of our folks didn't really think that was real.
It is absolutely real, sir.
We get a bunch of those daily. You know what I mean? Not 100% sure. Yeah. No.
It is absolutely real.
Okay. So what do you need from us?
How strong containment can you get me to release this thing into so that it can be subdued and examined?
Well, we don't necessarily have containment apparatus for a metahuman. We've been able to examine in some metahumans post-mortem and it's like I kind of think that you're looking for like a Star Labs type situation, but we're just not there yet. And Okay, so I'm gonna need some more specifics. So essentially, he's gonna need the who, what, where, why, and how. If you have any diagnostic data that they can reference.
All right.
They
I
can,
will upload everything that we got from the lighthouse,
Mhm.
sans information specific to the lighthouse.
Okay.
Before she attacked, whatever the doctors found, I will upload that to him. This was a condition.
Okay.
Before she started attacking the staff.
Okay. So essentially, they're gonna have to build a profile in order to be able to know whether or not they even have the capability of containing whatever it is that you say she is.
I've already contacted the FBI.
Yeah,
Hopefully they can
and given
provide
that
something.
you don't have that much information, they're going to be some speculation in there. We we're going to have to get back to you on this. It's like I don't have a full staff on hand right now. It's really late. I just happen to be in the facility working on some reports, but let's recon. It's like I'm gonna have to get back to you in a couple of hours. It's like that's the best I can do.
One more thing. What's his last name again?
Oh, I just wrote it down. Marcus Donovan, I believe it is.
Donovan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mr. Donovan, one more thing. Have you ever heard of a designer drug called Solomon Grundy?
I have, and we've been trying like hell to get samples. Do you have that? Is this what we're talking about?
Negative, and I'm not sure, but I know that it's tied to the situation.
So you're
The same
saying,
people
so you're saying
who
this,
did this to this lady?
this is all tied to that drug?
The same is tied to the same organization that did it to this young lady.
Oh. All right. Well, if you're able to get your hands on that, then we would absolutely want to get some samples of that so that we can analyze it.
All right, can I get that in writing, forwarded to the FBI and NYPD?
What do you mean?
They need to know that any pursuit we do regarding this drug is not for anything but research purposes and to be forwarded to you.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll have that.
Copy.
So if there's...
Thank you for your time, Mr. Donovan. If I find out anything more, I will definitely reach out.
So yeah, call me anytime, day or night. I'll have my assistant forward you the my contact information.
All right. Yeah, so that's that. The last thing I would do is reach out to Sage to see if he's with Smith, because he said he was going to go meet up with him.
Yes. And that would be Sage is in the car because Smith is pretty much grilling everybody. He's trying to
Smoking
roundabout
2 cigarettes at a time while driving.
Yeah.
Vote for Sage.
Sage, we need to talk to Smith. I've already forwarded information to the FBI, but I think he wants to have eyes on this as he's point on the case next to you.
Well, we're en route. We should be there in about 10 minutes.
Copy.
Okay. I think this is a good...
What does CDC say?
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, it was an open view, so you saw exactly what you saw everything.
All right. I didn't want to like overstep my bounds and think.
No, it was on screen. It was on screen.
All right, cool.
Okay. All right.
I am purposely making things as transparent as possible without revealing too much about ourselves, things that I don't want revealed, so that they have the information and know we're not holding anything back from them. The idea behind Helios is that we are transparent to local and federal authorities.
Some of us are.
What? I'm taking point. Maybe. All right. So this is a good stopping point here. Yeah, you guys moving along here. I will award XP shortly afterwards.
How
And
many hours we got left?
what is it? How much? I said
5.5.
5.5 hours.
Hour and a half.
Yep. And by the time you all meet up, it'll be 5 hours. Meet up and get through your introductions and all that. You will have at the beginning of the next game, you will have 5 hours. Now, in that time, there's going to be some information that we're going to share on Discord. I will put that on the Twitch channel and on YouTube, so that anyone that is curious and wants to see the shenanigans, you're able to do that. We welcome any comments or any feedback that would be helpful or not helpful, depending on whether or not you're a dick. But this is all good fun, and thank you very much for being here. So, guys, for Noctum, Sage, Artemis, Twitch, Emerald, Fortune Teller, IMDM, discretion, enjoy the rest of the morning. Yeah.